Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about Star Wars Unlimited, and we are going to be talking about Shadows of the Galaxy with a new deck profile. But before we get started, I want to flag, this is being recorded at the tail end of July, and we're coming up into August as I'm recording this, and at the end of August we're going to be having a huge official Star Wars Unlimited event in the UK in Manchester. It's happening on the 31st of August to the 1st of September, that last weekend. I believe it is 400 players. If you are interested, do check it out. I will put links in the description. I will be casting it, so you can of course say hello. And I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. We've got a great team, and it's going to be a bloody good time. Let's go ahead and get into this, though, because what you're here for today is a deck profile of my favourite new Set 2 deck. I just wanted to show off this deck box. Shoutouts Manamoon, review coming soon. Here we have got Kylo Ren. I finally got my showcase, and I am, needless to say, pretty gassed about it. Yeah, this card looks damn good. We're going to be talking about Kylo Red here today. This is going to be a deck profile for what I think is a pretty budget deck at the moment. And honestly, could be made even more budget with one change. And we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So, why are we playing Tarkin Town? Why are we playing Red? So I think double red probably saw the greatest increase in viability between sets 1 and set 2. In set 1, double yellow was super playable thanks to Boba, and double blue was pretty playable thanks to Iden. Double red seemed pretty cope though, and it was basically just Sabine, and it really wasn't super great. And of course double green was a joke. Unless you were Palp, I guess. So they were all playable to some degree, but definitely I felt like red was languishing a bit. With the cards we have gotten in set 2 for double red, I really feel like red has had the biggest glow up. I think a lot of red decks can potentially go double red and play some really powerful cards, which we're going to go through as we get through this profile. And I think we have these double red cards across a sort of variety of different styles of decks. So whilst we're playing the aggressive ones here, as you move into, like, for example, a double red Han, you get to play the new Rancor, for example, right, which is really cool. But anyway, why are we playing Tarkin Town? I think this is, you don't have to play this, but I just think it's so important to maintain board presence in this deck that and you don't really care about dying. Like, you're probably not being outraced, right? Like, there's a couple decks that will outrace you, but majority won't. So you're happy to take the health hit to just maintain your board and execute your game plan more efficiently. So Tarkin Town's going to let you just basically remove anything. You know, like they will very unlikely to be out of Tarkin Town range. And you do sort of force your opponent to play around it too. Okay, so we've got Kylo and we've got Tarkin Town. And we're going to start with the 1-drops, and there are a bloody lot of them, let me tell you that. So let's go ahead and just get started with all these 1-drops. So we begin with 1, 2, 3 Death Star Stormtrooper. This is a 3/1, so it is going in the aggro deck. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 Reckless Gunslinger. So this is a 2/1, a new card, with a when played to ping 1 to each base, and then it smuggles in for 3. So this is a card you're okay resourcing and can just get you there in the late game. Sometimes you are literally 1 damage off. And it's also essentially a 3/1, but you're guaranteed to at least get 1 damage in. Of course, you're taking the damage back yourself, but it is what it is. Then we've got 3 Guavian Antagonizer. This is a 2/3 with Saboteur and a bounty, but basically it's just slightly stickier than usual. Not a massive number of 3-attack 1-drops, so I mean they certainly exist, but you might be able to get away with this surviving for long enough, and you don't really care about your opponent getting the card. Then we got 3 Benthic Tube. So this is a 2/2, but with an on attack to buff another red unit with Raid 2. So this can be as much as a 4 or a 6 or even an 8/2, depending on how long it hangs around for. And it really can make your damage go overboard. So we got 3 of that. Then we got Triple Tie LN Fighter. This is just another 1-drop in space. And yeah, it's 2 attack as well, so it hits the 3/2s for when you need to be doing that. Then we've got Double Force Throw. This card is nuts. It's really powerful because on your deploy turn, well, firstly, you can discard your own cards. So don't sleep on that possibility. If you've got if you've got a big card in your hand and you just need to deal with something, you can force throw your own hand to kill something on your opponent's board, like kill your opponent's leader, for example. And obviously you can use this to make your opponent discard a card that potentially really needed to actually get through the turn. And Kylo deploys on 4 and is a force unit. So very, very big there, giving you a huge amount of versatility. I think this is a super, super powerful card. Finally, Triple Daring Raid. This is Lightning Bolt, but Star Wars Unlimited. All right. On to the 2-drops. Less of these. So we start off with another brand new edition, Bo-Katan Kryze. This card is nuts. So this is a 3/3 for 2 with a when defeated, for each player with 50 normal damage on their base, draw a card. So this is a 3/3, which early game is a load of pressure and late game draws you 2. Just absolutely unreal. One of the absolute best reasons to play Kylo. Then we've got Triple Migs. So this card is very, very scary if your opponent lets it get out of control. So it's just a 2/2, but whenever you discard a card, well, any player discards a card once per round, you get to ping 2 to either a base or a unit. And this is really relevant because you can snipe out stuff in space, you can deal additional damage to board, you can force your opponent's trades to be really awkward. It gets Tarkin Town live, which is another really, really big one. So Migs is a very, very versatile card, and you're always going to be able to trigger the discard thanks to your leader. And finally, we have got Triple Kylo's TIE Silencer. This is the only synergy with the leader so far. It really makes me look forward to see what we're going to get in set 3, set 4, and set 5 and onwards. Because I think the fact that this leader is actually pretty solid when it's literally had basically one dedicated support card in the set makes me very, very excited for when it gets more of them. So yeah, that is Kylo's TIE Silencer. It's a 3/2, and if you discard it, you can just play it from your trash for the cost. So you basically don't lose the card. It mitigates that cost there, which is really, really good. And we know Graveyard Recursion strong, so we'll see. Okay, on to the 3-drops. So we start off with 3/5 Brother. This is a 2/4, which gains raid 1 for each damage on it, and then on attack you can deal 1 damage to this unit and 1 damage to another ground unit. This is a force unit that comes out on 3. That is going to swing for 3/3, but you can make it 5, obviously, with your leader, and you can push a lot of damage. This card is great with a Fallen Lightsaber on it. Alright, then we got Triple Punishing One. So this is another really solid space unit. It's a 3/4. When an upgraded unit is defeated, you can ready it. That is basically never going to resolve in this deck, unless you decide to start putting in guild targets or something. But this is just a solid, annoying to remove ship. And that's basically the reason we're playing it. We're just playing as many good stats as we can. And yeah, good card is good. Finally, on the 3-drop... Oh, no, not finally, sorry. Then we've got another new card here, the Chaos of War. So this is a really powerful card in this deck in particular, because you basically have no hand. So this is going to deal nothing to you, but it's going to potentially deal 4, 5, or 6 to your opponent. So it deals damage to each player's base equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. So this is an absolutely hugely powerful card. And very, very nice for closing out games in this deck. And then lastly in the 3-drops, we've got Fallen Lightsaber. If you ever resolve this card and it hangs around, this is so strong. You need to be careful, right? If you're playing into red, don't play this. They're probably gonna have aggression, or they're gonna have a Poe, or they're gonna have some out. Unless your opponent's tapped out or claimed or something, right? But if you are able to get this onto your leader, Kylo is an 8/7, which is just insane. Coming out on 4. It's not quite a Darksaber, but good lord, it is close. Yeah, this is absolutely nutty. If you get it on Kylo, if you get it on anything though, it's going to be really, really strong. A Bo-Katan with a lightsaber is going to be great. Even if it's not a force unit, you don't really care. So that's the majority of the deck, and I'll sort of explain how you're meant to play it in a moment. I'll just quickly run through the last 3 cards. So firstly, we've got Aggression. You're playing double red, you play Aggression. This card's just ridiculous. You draw a card, defeat up to 2 upgrades, ready a unit with 3 or less power, or deal 4 damage to a unit. So generally speaking, you're going to be able to do something like snipe out a particularly annoying shield or a really annoying upgrade. You're going to kill a unit. You're going to be able to ready a unit to do extra damage. Yeah, just a very, very good. You can swing with that unit, ready it, Kylo ability, buff it, swing again. You can take so many actions in this deck that you can always force your opponent into the pass position, where you can then decide whether you even really need to, and you can just take an advantageous claim. Last 4-drop here, we got Saw Gerrera. So this is a 5/4 that comes down on 4, which forces your opponent to pay 2 for any extra burn they play. This is going to make control decks have a really rough time if they basically can't immediately out it. So yeah, just a very, very solid card. And finally, we've got Triple Ruthless Raider. So this is a 6 cost. Oftentimes you will be discarding it off of the Force Throw. But even if you don't, you can work your way up to it. You're usually not resourcing a massive amount, but you can. And yeah, it's just a really nice late game bomb. So this is the 50. In terms of how the deck works, you basically just dump your hand. You are trying to get as many cards out onto the board as fast as possible and turn them sideways as fast as possible and pump things as much as you can. You're not always going to be able to pump stuff, right? You're not going to live in this magical world where your opponent just leaves the lane clear and you can just turn everything sideways and buff and take as long as you want. So you need to be intelligent about it. But the amount of damage this deck can output is absolutely crazy. It's no Sabine Green. It's not quite as fast as Kylo Yellow, but it's probably in the top 5 fastest decks in the game, right? Like it's quick. It's really quick. You can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. And honestly, it's really quite budget. You can see, right? Like the only expensive card in here, I guess Aggression went up a little bit, but like there's only 2 legendaries. Neither of them are like premier expensive legendaries. And if you don't have TIE Silencers, you can just play Merc Gunship. That's fine. Just play Merc Gunship. It's not ideal, but it's not gonna you're gonna be able to play the deck and have fun with it. Like an Aggression, you can always sub out for something else. Like you can play some it doesn't matter, right? Like Aggression's optimal, but it's fine. Like fundamentally, this is red deck wins. Turn your good card sideways, be intelligent about it, and you'll have a great time. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe. Let me know, will I be seeing you at the event in Manchester? I would love to see you all there. Come and give me some support as I cast, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching. Thank you to my patrons who are seeing this as well as all of my initial deck profiles early. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Cheers.